All right, everybody, how y'all doing today? My JVM's back. Kind of got triggered into doing these videos now, and what I'm going to do is I am going to use the three laws of air fluid dynamics, and that's what I'm going to use to show you water's flat. I'm not so sure that the term flat Earth is really the best term anymore, because the Earth land is not so flat. I mean, yes, every state in the United States is on the flattest state in the country list, and every country is on the flattest countries in the world list, because they're all basically flat, because water is flat. So if the water is flat, then it's not a ball. Done. So we're going to talk about the three laws of air fluid dynamics, and we're going to talk about them one at a time. It'll be too much for, visitors here to handle. The rest of you that know me, know my channel, understand truth, makes perfect sense to you, but that's not who we're doing this for. So, three laws of air fluid dynamics. These three laws are the very base level of the very specialized science disciplines of aerodynamics, hydrodynamics, thermodynamics, pressure dynamics. They are all subject to the three laws. This is not a debate. This is not an opinion. This is not here for you to just go, that's not true. That's not how that went. Wrong. We do science here. We don't just guess and make opinions and have feelings. We don't worry about that dumb shit. What we focus on facts and truth and experiments. Science doing science things, because we're science people. Okay? We're not just hillbillies guessing. All right, so that being said, law number one. All fluids and gases must be physically contained. It's not up for your opinion to say no, it's not. It is. Look at it. Contained. All fluids and gases must be physically contained, including pressure, because they will never contain themselves under any natural conditions that we live with. We can manipulate shit all we want. That doesn't make it the norm. That makes it an exception. Okay. So, physical containment. The fluid can't escape because it is physically contained. In this case, it is also physically sealed. Sealed. Contained and sealed are two different things. This is sealed. This is contained. See the difference? We starting to understand this now? Now, to further expand on this, pressure. Pressure is the biggest giveaway that we are not on a spinning ball in space. It is so obvious how you guys can miss this and see it every day in front of your face. I don't get it. You just don't want to see it. That's what it is. It hurts your feelings. You want to be in space. You like it. Science fiction. It's my fantasy. Great, we all have hobbies. Make science one of them. So, talking about pressure. This container is sealed. So now there is fluid and gas in the container. sealed. If I go to squeeze this container and make those sides touch, I'm gonna put my fingers through the container. I'm gonna destroy the container before the pressure allows me to do that. Do you understand? Because it's contained, sealed. The pressure is pressurized. It's doing what pressure does. If I do this, we have containment, but no pressure. The pressure is the same as surrounding. So if we're 15 psi ambient pressure surrounding us, this open container is also at 15 psi ambient pressure. Okay? Which allows me to do this all day long. I'll make those sides touch. Okay? If we have a soda and we go, psh, what's the psh sound? That's right. It's the pressure release. Correct. Because it was higher pressure inside the container than ambient outside pressure. Because as we know, high pressure wants to equalize with low pressure. Low pressure wants to equalize with high pressure. The pressure wants to all of a sudden be the same. So when I open the container, the soda, that short a time, 20 or whatever psi is inside the container, is immediately released, and the pressure inside the container is now the same as the ambient around us. So it is therefore impossible for us to have a high pressure atmosphere, uncontained, unsealed, against a low pressure surrounding medium. That would be like saying, I'm going to open the soda, 20 psi inside, 15 psi outside, low pressure, high pressure. Oh, the pressure's still inside. It's 20 in here, 15 here. It's still happening. Yeah? Prove it. Show it. Your words are meaningless because your words are tied to your opinion. Your opinion is tied to your feelings. And the truth, like me, doesn't give a fuck about your fucking feelings. Fuck your feelings. Feelings have no part in this. Doesn't mean I don't like you. Doesn't mean I wish ill will towards you or I want bad things to happen to you. I just don't care if your feelings are hurt. In fact, I hope they are. I hope I trigger the shit out of you. Prove me wrong. That's all you gotta do. Can you? They've been trying for 2,000 years, more. Globe Earth is still a theory. So all you people with Stockholm Syndrome defending this ball Earth like your life depends on it, you're defending your captor. You're being an idiot. The rest of us are looking at you going, golly, man, get your shit together. Do better. Use the brain you have. Stop being on autopilot, running around here just being oblivious to everything. Well, I can give a couple more examples. Let's go with this one. This one I use on the daily. Okay? We're surrounded by 15 psi again. So I tell you that I'm going to do a neat trick. And that I'm now holding 35 psi or anything above 15. Anything. I'm holding 16 psi. Am I? Hold up. We don't get to have it both ways. If gravity's holding the atmosphere up there, then it should hold the pressure here where gravity's strongest. Are you not thinking these things through? If I can't do it here where it's strongest effect, it's not happening there where gravity's least. Come on, man. Wake up out of your stupor. You're in a delusion. You're in a befuddled state. Until you can show me this holding more pressure than this, your theory can go fuck itself. Demonstratable. Show me holding pressure in an open container. Show me the pressure staying in. If you can't do it, then you need to shut the front door and stop making your opinion run your life. That means you run your life on your feelings, which means you're never going to do anything sensible if you're in a bad mood. Come on, man. See the tire? The tire is a physical container for pressure. The tires in front of you here hold 40 psi. Let's call it 15 again, surrounding. If I pull out my knife and I go up to the tire and I rip a 6-inch gash through the tire sidewall and then say, don't worry about it. No big deal. I got the compressor. We're going to just fill it right back up. No worries. You'll be on your way in a second. I bet you would have the same reaction I just showed. What? You are not a credible witness. I'm sorry. You need to just walk away from the tire. Oh my God. Now I need a new tire. What makes you think that that's any different up there? Get your shit together. If we put a head gasket in the engine, the head gasket's sole purpose is to keep the fluids separated and the pressure separated. A combustion engine is an air engine. It's an air pump. It relies 100% on compression, which is pressure, inside the sealed combustion chamber, where the piston moves up and compresses the contents of the cylinder. Yeah, funny how that works. So if the head gasket isn't sealing, and now we have oil from the cylinder and pressure, in other words, oil under pressure being spewed out of the containment hole, the breech, the sealant break, then it mixes with the other fluids that it's not supposed to mix with. We're not supposed to have iced coffee in the car. It's not supposed to look like that. And it doesn't look like that when the fluids are separate and the pressure is contained. I don't know. You're surrounded by fluids. They're gases. You're surrounded by them. You breathe them. You are 100% dependent upon being able to breathe this gas, which has 100% predictability based on its basic behaviors and properties. They don't change. We're filled with fluid that we're 100% dependent on. No blood, no life. Blood's a fluid. By the way, it's under pressure. Yeah, inconvenient. I know. I hate it when I show you these things right in front of you that you don't want to see. We must have a separate fluid, water, to intake into the body that is kept separate from all the other fluids in the container made for it. so it doesn't just mix with the blood. I got some pretty thin blood right now. Whew. Come on. Stupid shit. Stupid shit. Okay, so let's recap. Law number 1. All gases and fluids must be physically contained, including pressure, because they'll never contain themselves. The atmosphere will never be its own container. The fluid will never be its own container. When you say that kind of thing, that makes me think of the slow motion video of the water balloon, and it gets popped, and the balloon comes apart, and the water is still in the shape of the balloon for a split second, and then falls apart. What more proof do you need? How dumb do you want to be today? How smart do you want to be today? These are basic properties that are not up for debate. You can say no all you want. You can say NASA all you want. You can say gravity all you want. But I tell you right now, those are absolute low rent. Just bottom of the barrel mental thinking. I mean, it's thinking is really not what it is, but we'll call it that for now. But I give you a basic that NASA is based on. Space flight is based on aerodynamics. We can't break any of the 3 laws on our way there. Wherever there is, whether it's showing we can leave the atmosphere, showing that we can do whatever. If it breaks the first law, guess what? You're wrong, Cupcake. That's it. You're done. Again, not a debate. We have something called science, where science does what science does. And science does science things like experimenting to see if my idea, hypothesis, theory is going to work out. In order for it to become a law, do you understand how many experiments, how many different ways had to be done to get the same results 100%? If you tell me no, it doesn't, if you tell me NASA, and if you tell me gravity, then what you're telling me is you don't know a goddamn thing about what you're talking about. For real. And I don't care how arrogantly confident you state it. It's still not right. You're still wrong. Period. Your opinion might be that it's on minus baseball. But your opinion is wrong. You can't both be right in an argument. Well, okay, I take that back, because you can be if you're, talking about things that are, not direct. And when we talk about atmosphere, gravity, air fluid dynamics, one of us is right, one of us is wrong. That's it. Done. It's not up for your interpretation. If you can't figure out what bathroom to use, you're too dumb to talk. You need to shut the fuck up. You're not even involved in this because you can't even figure out yourself, much less the atmosphere. I mean, there's no truth in you if you think there's more than 2 genders. So you're behind the ball already. I'm not calling anybody out. That's not a specific statement to anybody. I'm just saying that just goes along with it. So, all right, I'm sufficiently aggravated enough over this that that's it. That's it for the first law. I will see you again shortly for the second law. Looking forward to it.